Shalom, shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, that belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawa Cub coming at you with another lesson. Slack for any background noises. But Matthew chapter 13 verse 13, and ye shall be hated for all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Alright, so today's lesson, we're going to go into as well. We're going to go, Slacky, this precept just popped up for me in my head. This probably YAHAWASHI. Basically, 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 14, but if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. Slakia. So basically, we're gonna go through some tough times. Okay, Israel has always been going through some tough times as a result of our rebellion against YAHAWASHI. We really just have to be patient. To trust that we're taking this. Let me actually get that as well. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 11, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. Okay, so it says despise not the chastening of the Lord. The hardships that we're going through, the trials and tribulations we're going through now, it's the chastisement from YAHAWASHI. It's temporary. Okay, and basically, it's not something that we're supposed to hate or think, oh, the Lord hates us, or anything like that, which we do, which there are jakes that do think like that. All right, and as a result of that, they think to take matters into their own hands. All right, but that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We need to have patience and wait on the Lord. Okay, now for us, what we're doing is repenting, abstaining to the best of our abilities from many different sin. All right, familiarizing ourselves with the word of YAHAWASHI. All right, not trying to draw attention to us. And another thing, which is honestly just plays a big factor into just our daily lives in general, is our poverty. All right, let me get that as well. Matthew this, and then so-called black people are some of the poorest ethnicities ever. All right, even so-called Hispanics are doing pretty well, but obviously I don't even think that they're top. They're not top 5. I think they're like bottom 5 or something like that. I don't know, but regardless, I know they were doing surprisingly well for being under the curses. But yeah, basically, as we are suffering through these. It's like there's a difference between when we're just poor, all right, and suffering for righteousness' sake. So what one thing is, as we are not aiming towards being rich in this society or aiming to be a major part of society, being a friend of the world, as a result of that, we're not going to make as much money or have as much money readily available to us. So as a result, what we will be doing, we will be a lot poorer. Okay, overall. And as a result of that, it's because the Lord wants us to be spiritually rich. All right, as it says, blessed are the poor in spirit. Okay, let me also get this. Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. But where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So when we have treasure, or as in wealth, okay, if we are more focused on trying to gain the spiritual wealth, that's when we're going to be rich towards YAHAWAH. But what does that entail? All right, let me get this. Rich. I believe it's in Luke. Luke chapter 12 verse 21. So is he that layeth up, let me get earlier verses. Verse 20. But Yahweh said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich towards Yahweh. So, it was a rich man, all right, who, bear with me one moment. Slakia. Okay, so as I was saying, so is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich towards Yahweh. So basically, if you have the carnal wealth compared to the spiritual wealth, carnal wealth is not going to get you anywhere, whereas the spiritual wealth is going to get you somewhere. One of the things that it gets you is Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. It basically security, not necessarily food, actual carnal food or anything like that, but it is a part of it. It is the collective security and basically the Lord taking care of you in your time of trouble. Okay, which is the contrast here, where someone was rich, okay, but the Lord can just kill that carnally rich person, and take their resources and give it to someone else whom the Lord deems to be worthy of such, which is what I think a lot of brothers have been saying. You never know how the Lord's gonna do things, where during Jacob's trouble, for example, a rich person who has an underground bunker and whatnot, and like Rick Ross, he was bragging about having it, all right, having an underground bunker, but someone was making a joke that, oh, Rick Ross is probably going to die of a heart attack before he gets a chance to even use that bunker. So then it's just going to be there, and then who's going to use it? Someone, maybe possibly one of the elect, all right? And this is how the Lord works, all right? I'm not saying that that's absolutely how everything's going to go down, but it's definitely a possibility. You can never rule out certain things, with the Lord, Yahawadah, all right? So basically, it's security. Basically, it's going to be security. So, but in the meantime, 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 17, for look, how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So as things get worse, which we see, today with living conditions, inflation, and all that stuff, things are getting bad, but at the same time, people are getting weaker. And I will admit, there have been some instances where me personally, when I feel like, oh, I need more than what I actually need, so to speak, and that's the result of how Esau has been, making people perceive necessities, okay? Because back then we wouldn't really need as much technology compared to before, whereas now people do need it as much, all right? People do need a lot of technology now, a lot more compared to back then. okay, and the people's necessities are more compared to previous times. All right. In addition to that, Sirach 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. So basically, things are going to get hard, especially when you're in this truth. And when you're being in this truth, serving YAHAWASHI, okay, we have to expect, temptation, hardships. All right. But in addition to that, if we are when we are in our hardships, our hard time and whatnot, be patient until the Lord delivers us from said hardship. So basically, the main idea, or the main reason why I wanted to do this was to say, endure. Honestly, that's really it. Endure. All right. Luke chapter 6 verse 24, but woe to you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Once again, going back into the whole to the carnally rich people, where they have stuff now, they're enjoying life now, and that's their consolation, their second place prize, if you will, of you get to enjoy this here, but you're not going to enjoy the kingdom of heaven or all the blessings and the wondrous things that I have prepared for my elect whom I love and love me in turn. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Just really want to tell Israel, endure, have faith in the Lord, and that's really it. We're almost out of here. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Yahawashi, the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.